Longtime Naruto fans are real excited about the recent chapter of Boruto. So Boruto Chapter 22 released the other day and it packed one move that got fans riled. But why? Well, the recent villain of the Boruto manga, Kashin, released a move to dispatch another familiar face, and that move was one that most readers are familiar with. That being, the man dropped a toad on poor Ao. The moment that toad landed on the guy, the fan base lost it, with the most trigger happy conclusion being that Jiraya might somehow be alive. And sure enough, that is the title that some people are using to bring attention to the situation. But is the excitement, is the trigger happy conclusion jumping, is it actually warranted? Or would it be better to actually exercise a little bit of caution with this one? Suffice to say, Jiraya was a very popular character in Naruto, and bringing him back would definitely get the fanbase excited, but we also have to consider the meaning and the legacy of Jiraya's death. Jiraya was a character that was largely untouched by the undead shenanigans. His death had meaning, being struck down by one of his students and then not being able to say his final goodbyes to his other successor. It seems Naruto's original author did have a conclusive and definitive ending for the character. And this is the reason some fans are using to pull away from the idea that this man is Jiraya. Instead, we're playing up another angle, that he may be related to Jiraya, and this angle is a lot more reasonable. Right now, the commonality between the two characters is that they both use similar summons, and to some degree, Kashin Koji is acquainted with the Leaf Village. That said, is the toad actually that much of an indicator of a relationship with Jiraya? We do have to remember that the summons do seem to be relatively neutral. After all, evil ninja have shown that they can summon whatever creature. All that matters is that they make the blood contract. So is it too hard to believe that Kashin Koji could have just come upon the contract and just made the contract unaffiliated with Jiraya? I mean, the possibility is there. That said, we do have to consider that this manga is a sequel manga, and most likely the author did that summon. Most likely the author picked out the frog. Most likely the author used the toad summon because he is aware that toad summon is associated to Jiraya. If there was ever a way to build up hype for your sequel series, it's to bring connections to old characters. So if the current author does want to bring some more excitement to the Boruto manga, bringing in a character that may or may not be related to Jiraya is a gamble that, as we can see, will definitely entice readers and bring speculation up to an all new high. Before that summon, it was really funny. Readers were just going along playing with what new things the author was bringing in, but the moment that toad dropped, people lost it, and it's really funny to see the reactions. That said, jumping to the conclusion that he is Jiraya, I do believe, is a bit too much. I think it's much safer to assume that he is related to Jiraya in some way, and if we end up with a storyline where Kashin Koji talks about being an admirer of Jiraya, or maybe a secret love child, I do feel that would be something that is consistent with what we know of Jiraya's lifestyle. Still, what do you think? Do you think Kashin Koji is Jiraya? Do you think he's related to Jiraya? Or do you just think the only commonality is that they both use toads and that that's not really indicative of anything? Let me know down below. For me, I will stick with the second option and he's related to Jiraya in some way. But otherwise, guys, that's it for me. Let's see how much more exciting the Boruto manga gets. It's a pretty clever trick what the author did, bringing in a possible connection to an old character. We'll have to see if it pays off for him in the long run. But anyway guys, till next time, I hope you have a great day.